Miami Herald that's just done such absolutely phenomenal reporting on this case, and in fact sued to get these documents. Apparently, Giuffre's lawyers asked Maxwell 20 times whether she believed Epstein sexually abused minors and could not get a straight answer. She refused to give a direct answer on that. And 66 times, Ghislaine Maxwell used "I don't recall." 66 times "I don't recall," and 20 times refused to give a direct answer. 10 times in a row at one point refused to give a direct answer. That's probably why the lawyer said, yeah, you can have another deposition in this case.
Exactly. I want to read another part of this because the other thing is our name's going to come out, right? And you see that big black mark? Oh, that's a name that we're not going to find out. Here she is. She says in her answer, "I do not believe at any time blank was at any of Jeffrey's homes. I have absolutely no knowledge or otherwise that he was ever there." Question, you don't recall having dinner with him at any of those homes? Answer, again, Virginia is absolutely totally lying. This is a subject of defamation about Virginia and the lies she has told. And one of the lies she told was that President Clinton was on the island where I was present. Absolutely 1,000%. That is a flat out total fabrication and lie. Ghislaine is saying President Clinton never there.
Yeah, so I think what she was trying to say is that he wasn't there while she was there, because it's, there's a lot of acknowledgement that President Clinton was there. In fact, one of the gardeners or electricians, I think, on the island, Little St. James, had acknowledged that he'd seen President Clinton there. But Ghislaine was asked, were you there while President Clinton was there? And that's when she's, saying no, I wasn't. But it's interesting because this whole deposition was, litigated in terms of the release. And even the judge said, I need to give some of the John Does and Jane Does in the deposition time to decide whether they want to be redacted, And there's still 2 left that can decide whether they want to be redacted or not be redacted. And Bill Clinton's name appears in this deposition 4 times, but there's also redactions that appear to be Bill Clinton. It's hard to tell exactly unless you can see the ink, but let's be clear, at no time anywhere in this deposition or otherwise has Virginia Giuffre accused Bill Clinton of anything. If anything, she just says he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, which, a lot of people are now guilty by association of hanging out with that guy, of hanging out with Jeff Epstein. You don't want to be a friend of Jeff Epstein's now. I remember back in the day, everybody wanted to be a friend of Jeff Epstein because he was the toast of the town in New York City. I remember being at parties with Jeff Epstein, I don't think